You know, at first they didn't want to give him a test, but they gave him a test, and he tested positive for the coronavirus.
You and I, we are fly. When we're together, it's forever, it's a fact. Don't care what they say.
Don't care what they say.
I love you anyway.
I love you anyway. You're my best friend. I put that on 10. You're the one I want and the one I need. I'ma ride to the end.
Till the end,
They don't understand.
it's you and I, yeah, you and I.
What's up, PNP gang? Alright, so you know, this isn't really one of the videos where we all happy and stuff. There's actually you know, I'm trying to think how I want to say this. There's actually a tough time right now. Very unexpectedly, I got a call yesterday from my dad. I mean, he had a fever for a day. For like 24 hours, he had a fever. And, you know, he said it was at like 102. It was a high fever. So I was like, okay. So at first he was like, I'm going to go get a test, you know, coronavirus test. After like having the fever for like 6 hours, he was taking some Tylenol, stuff to lower the fever. It wasn't working. So he said he's going to go get one of the Walgreens. He lives in Florida. So, you know, he went to Walgreens, took the test. It said it was going to be 5 days to get the results. And he was still having this fever. So he woke up the next day and he still felt like, dang, I had a fever at 102. You know, he didn't feel good. So, you know, he was feeling like sick. So I said he went to the hospital. You know, I told him, look, man, I don't know if you could wait 5 days on a result on that test. You know, we might have to, you know what I'm saying, you might have to do something quicker than that. So he went to the hospital yesterday. He told them that, you know, when he was feeling, he had a fever. You know, at first they didn't want to give him a test, but they gave him a test, and he tested positive for the coronavirus. And, you know, as far as that goes, you know, we never really touched much about the coronavirus. We ain't talked much about it. We don't really mention that word in our video. So this video, we're going to talk about it. But, you know, he's not really in the best of condition. You know, he has diabetes. You know, he has underlying health conditions, respiratory, heart problems. So, you know, this isn't very good news. You know, this actually really made me sad when he first told me. I was just like, dang. Very unexpected. I mean, he didn't even tell me he was going to the hospital. I told him to go. I said, yo, you should probably, I didn't tell him necessarily to go to the hospital. I told you should probably do something about it. You know, I don't know what we got. I wouldn't just wait it out for 5 days. He ended up going to the hospital. He didn't really talk to me. Got the test. Now he's in the hospital. He just got in the hospital yesterday. So they're keeping him there like 2-3 days. He has to stay there for 3 days. They said that he has to be on quarantine for 16 days. But, you know, they said after 8 days, that's when you'll know if it's bad or not. For anybody who doesn't know about the virus, you know, there's a certain amount of days that pass, and they're going to tell you whether it's going to get worse or better. You don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely worried about it. I want y'all to pray.
Please pray.
Pray for my dad. His name is Steve. Just pray for him. No matter, you know, who you pray to or whatever your beliefs are. You know, because I'm definitely worried about it. I didn't want to shoot this video yesterday because I was feeling sad, and I just wanted to wait till today to shoot it. You know, I just want to let y'all know, for anybody else who's going through it, who has somebody who has a coronavirus or has lost a loved one to coronavirus, comment below. You know, it's crazy because I was one of those people who really didn't, I don't want to say I didn't believe it, but I was questioning the coronavirus. I kind of questioned the whole thing, the whole entire deal. So when he told me he had it, it's so crazy because I was talking to her in the car when I got the call. And I was telling her, we were talking about how we don't really think it's real. We're not sure if it's real, or we were just kind of talking about conspiracies around it. And the next thing you know, he calls, and my brother called, told me that he had the coronavirus.
Yeah, at first, like, when his brother called, like, we thought he was, like, joking.
Right.
We thought he was joking. And it was just the way his brother said it. And then next thing you know, at the same time, his dad was calling on the other line. So we was like, oh, snap.
Right. And I had just picked up my son the day before. I had just picked him up. My son actually spent some time with him, my dad. Last summer, he went and my dad brought him to Myrtle Beach, and they spent like a couple of weeks together. So that was cool to see that. You know, I'm glad that they got to spend that time together. But I had just picked him up, when I got the call, I didn't know that's what was going to be said, so I had it on speakerphone in the car. So my son actually didn't hear about the coronavirus, but then earlier today he heard me on the phone talking about it, and it hit him hard. He started crying. I felt bad because, you know, he didn't really get to spend a lot of time with his grandfather as much as he could. You know, I moved to Atlanta when he was young. I haven't even spent a lot of time with my dad. And the sad thing about it, that makes me sad about it, is that you know, I haven't really had the best relationships with my dad throughout my life. We've had a lot of ups and downs. You know, as a lot of y'all already know, my mom died when I was in my, you know, when I was like 21, 22, in that range. So I was pretty young when my mom died. So you know, this is not easy for me, this situation. But you know, the thing that makes me sad about it isn't even that. It's that I haven't really had the best relationship with my dad. So in the last year or two, last couple of years, we've kind of had a better relationship than we have in the past. And I haven't really been able to spend a lot of time with him personally. We've been on the phone, we talk more on the phone. We don't argue about nothing barely. We're kind of more on the same page than we ever were in life. You know, I'm still young, so it's like, you know, nobody wants to lose both their parents at a young age. And I'm not saying he's gonna die, and I really hope that he pulls through it, because, you know, he does that. He is in that age bracket with underlying health conditions. He's in that category of people. So you know, but he's a strong person. I think he'll be okay. But, you know, I was just putting this out there just to let y'all know what I'm going through. I mean, hopefully everything works out. But like I said, you know, we finally on the same page, our relationship. We got a better relationship. So I just hope that, you know, it doesn't. I mean, I'm glad that we were able to come to that page if something were to happen. And I'm glad that we were able to make peace with our past to a certain degree. But, you know, at the same time, I just wish that we could spend more time on that page. I mean, I'm not going to make this video super long talking about it. I mean, he's in the hospital. He's on a floor that's all corona patients. The only people on this floor is corona patients. So, you know, that's that worries me. I mean, my sister's young. She was very young when my mom died, so I'm worried about her. You know, in this time, if something were to go wrong, I'm worried about my brother. You know, it just wouldn't be good. We're all young. We all need guidance sometimes, and but I'm gonna be there for him, of course, always, whether it be, no matter what the case may be. So, you know, like I said, just pray for us. You know, hopefully I don't have to come back with no more videos talking about this. Hopefully it blows over and that we don't have to discuss this no more. I might do another video update on the situation. But definitely show some love in the comments, you know what I'm saying? Let me know. Pray for us. Like I said, if you guys are going through it, or if you've been through this, or you know, or if you had a loved one or a parent who had coronavirus, comment below. Let me know y'all stories. Tell me what y'all. I haven't really, you know, knew a lot of people who had the coronavirus. The county he lives in only has 1,500 people in that county with the coronavirus. So it's like, dang, there's 1 million people who live in that county. Only 1,500 people have the coronavirus, and he's one of them. But Florida, they say, is the second wave is hitting Florida. They say Florida's about to get hit again. They are getting hit. I guess he was a victim of the second wave. I mean, it's so crazy because I never thought it. Like she said, when my brother called me, I was sure that he was kidding. Like, bro, stop playing. And it's crazy because, like, you know, he had got surgery about 2 weeks ago, and he got the coronavirus and he was negative. They say it takes 2 weeks. So I don't know, you know, everybody got their theories. I'm not gonna go too in depth, but something don't feel right about the whole thing. But yeah,
he tested negative twice 2 weeks ago.
So
nothing was wrong. He was perfectly fine. And then
he got a minor surgery. Well, it wasn't minor. It was a surgery, a heart surgery. So, I mean, you know, we were already worried about it then. And then he got this virus. So he's you know, I'm worried. I'm very worried. I mean, like I said, I would have probably been even sadder talking about this yesterday, but I got some time to kind of reflect upon it and think about it. And, you know, I'm positive right now. I think that it's going to be okay. I'm not one of those people who tries to think in the downside. I'm realistic, though. I'm a realistic person, but I try to be positive, so I'm trying to think about it too much or trying to dwell on the possibilities. I mean, if there is a turn for the worse, I'll probably let y'all know. Let's just hope that's not the case. So, like I said, just pray. Throw some prayers out there, you know, show some support in the comments. Appreciate the love. Yeah, see y'all tomorrow.
You and I, we are fly. When we're together, it's forever, it's a fact. Don't care what they say.
Don't care what they say.
I love you anyway.
I love you anyway.
one I want and a one I need. I'ma ride to the end.